The Honest Coach. I coach women on connecting with softness in order to gain control over their life, circumstances, and relationships with men. Just something to think about. When you wanted something when you were young, like Christmas is coming up, you had all the toys in mind that you wanted. And toys isn't the best example because that is something outside of you. But think about some goals or dreams that you have for yourself. You want to grow up and be this, or you want to grow up and have this, or you want whatever it is you want. Did that come from outside of you? Or did it come from inside of you? Did somebody give you that want? Did somebody give you that dream? Or did something within you generate a dream and tell you, connect to you, this is what you want? And you could feel it. This is what I want. I want to grow up and be a vet. I want to grow up and help animals. Where does that come from? Interest? Where does the interest come from? It's inside of you. When you use your imagination, where is that faculty? It may not be within your body, but it's inside your being. You have a mind. You can use imagery in your mind. And it can help connect you to your feelings. This is one of my favorite techniques to use, and I still to this day use it. And it came from an advisor I had at one time. And she said, you want to use your non-dominant hand and you want to draw a picture. And I said, I can't draw. I can't draw a circle. I'm not kidding. I've never been able to draw. I can't draw. But can I tell you what I would draw? And we started using that and it really works. So you say, if I could draw how it feels to be in a relationship with my caregiver, what would I draw? If I could draw how it feels to be in a relationship with this individual, what would I draw? If I could draw a picture of how it feels at this certain circumstance in my life, what would I draw? And you know, the imagery is always going to reflect a feeling. It's art. In my mind, I would say, oh, it feels like I'm trying to grab hold of a slippery little snake, and every time I get a hold of him, he slips right out of my grasp again. She said, well, that doesn't sound like a very satisfying relationship to be in. I feel like there's a big blob monster, like a big marshmallow man with a really sad face, and he's melting all over me, and I can't get him off of me. That's how it feels. Now I'm connected to my feelings. So the point is, I know I typically come here and talk about the man that's pulling away and how to handle it and get all your parts and don't abandon yourself. But just today, I just want to speak on, just recognize everything you want, all the dreams you have, they come from within inside of you. Something inside of you is built to generate this momentum towards. Interest is momentum towards. And I would argue that the only reason you have so much attention on him specifically, and not just men in general, it's him specifically, is because there's a part of you that has an unmet need, and he resolves it, and you need that need to be met to survive. So he is survival for you. And that's okay. You know, your mind and your body, you've done everything you can to help yourself survive. And we're just going to start working with those parts of ourselves. So you have an imaging faculty, and you have an interest faculty, and you have a dream, wanting, desire faculty, and it's inside of you. And so that's why we use no interest for anyone around us. We have no interest on him. Your interest on him is because you have an unmet need. So how do you want to feel? How does he make you feel? Can you generate that for yourself without relying on him for it? Because he can't be relied on, unfortunately. You can love him to the moon and back. Oh my God. I've never loved anyone. I've never admired someone more than I admire that man. But he can't be relied on. And so you got to start learning to rely on yourself, which is healthier anyways. Having boundaries is healthy. Being self-sufficient is healthy. Taking care of yourself is healthy, you know. Having the ability to tell someone no because you don't like the way that they're treating you, or you don't like the way that they're making you feel. That's incredibly healthy. That's not a mean thing. That's not a selfish thing. 1 second. Aren't animals so incredibly intuitive? They know. They know. They pick up on things that words don't express, and they know. Yes, you do, don't you? You know I need some affection. Okay, so I want you to try and give no attention, no interest in the people around you. And I would even argue circumstances that don't make you feel the way you want to feel. Ignore it. No interest. I'm so bored. The more intense things become, the less interest I have. It's my favorite affirmation. You know, I wrote a book called Respond Only. I almost said Leaning Back. Well, Leaning Back is great too, but Respond Only. Because when you practice, that's like a walking meditation. You say, well, I'm just going to respond only. I'm not going to initiate. And when you start responding only, notice how it shifts the dynamic, and people are coming in more. And they're so comfortable coming in. And there's nothing wrong with you wanting to initiate communication, but it's healthy for you to put yourself in a placement that's, you see them, and there's boundaries between the two of you. There's no enmeshment. So, anyways, the point of my video today was to tell you, I believe, we have an interest, want, desire faculty, dreaming faculty within us. And we want to connect to that. So we want to leave everyone alone. And we want to put all our interest in our bodies. We want to put all our interest in our feelings. We want to put all our interest in what do we want, what do we dream, what matters to us, what are our needs, what are our goals. And we want to start finding a way to move towards those goals. Feeling the way we like to feel. Not so much about the expectation on the outcome, but just feeling how you like to feel. I always give the example of going to the gym and working out. When I try to make it about building muscle and looking a certain way, I always feel like I'm never enough. My body hurts. I have no interest in the workout itself. And when I just make it about feeling my body and stretching and using full range of motion and feeling in my body, I have the best workouts. So it's about how you feel while you're doing what you're doing. We all have to do stuff. We all want to do stuff. How do you feel while you're doing it? Connect with you. Connect with your body. Connect with your feelings. Follow your dreams. And happy holidays. I hope Santa brings everyone everything they've asked for, because you all deserve it. You're princesses. And that's all I have for the day. Blessed be.